What's up, Pirates? Wraith here with Awaken TCG. And today, man, I don't even know where to start. So, I'm at Orlando right now. I'm at the hotel, as you guys can see. It is day one. I did not make Top Cut. As you guys know, I was on BlackBeard today. The whole weekend, and honestly, not even this whole weekend, but just in general, me testing and leading up to this moment, I already knew this wasn't the deck choice for me. But it's kind of like the only deck that I really put in the time and grinded and practiced enough to like me feel comfortable playing. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I get a good Swiss run. Unfortunately, this is how it went down. So my first round, I versed Clay, right? I versed Clay and Hill. Boom. He's on Lucci. I'm on Teach. It's not, it's like I'm like, okay, I'm feeling confident going into it. I'm like, let me just win dice roll. Otherwise, the Lucci has definitely a lot of options if they get second, where it makes it a little bit harder on me to actually win the matchup, but it's still Teach favored. That's not a question. So, anyways, I had a little miscommunication. I had a mulligan on a hand I initially was going to keep. So I mulled, got a new hand, whatever. We start the match, and he hits the nuts on me. He just like played a board, going Spandam on 2 Dawn, Spandam on 4 Dawn into a Spandine, Effect, Lucci, and like it was just, I don't know. It was just full board into a Sabo because on his 6 Dawn, on my 5 Dawn, I just swung 6, played a Giesberg. I didn't really have no play. I wanted to jet a finger gun. I think I drew it the next turn. But then he goes Sabo. Swings at me. I draw a finger gun. My hand's kind of shitty. I don't really have much options other than play a second Berg. You would think that this is a good turn, right? But he just went so fast that if I played my early turn slow out with just playing a Berg pass, it was not going to end well for me. I think I saw one searcher, no dot Qs. So like his board was full after that Sabo. His board was completely full after that Sabo. And my turn was literally swing 8, play another Bergson. Like that was my turn. Like my first 2 turns was literally just swing the rest of my Dawn, play 1 unit, and he just went turbo board, Sabo, protect everything, and now he has a full board where he can just really just punish me. He could really just punish me. He was like swinging 5, swinging 5, swinging 5, and I had to give him counters because he had Sabo up, he had a Lucci up, right, and so like he swings 5 with the weenie unit. If I take, I know potential 2-7s are coming, so I'm going to have to take again. So I counter, right? Does it again. I counter. I'm like, at this point, I'm like just giving him all the cards in my hand because at any point, if I just take an extra life early, he's going 7, and I'm cooked. So what happening was I countered 2, and then he goes 7, I take. He goes 7, I take anyway. So like I had to counter those first 2. Like those 7s were coming, and I was gonna give 2 cards instead of 4, right? So and then I think he I don't know, but by that time it was way too late. Like I had no cards in hand. I had like 3 cards in hand, like 2 life, and he had a full board, and I had 2 Bergs. And I think one of them ended up dying because of how much I was countering. He just like jammed into one. So it was just real rough, real rough. So that was my round 1, and then is where it gets real good. My Swiss bracket after that just fell apart, right? So like obviously I want to see Lucci's. Dofi, I lost. I got he top decked Perfume, right? I had 210 cost, dot Q, Augur. I got to run that back in my head and see if there's anything I could have done anything different. But I took my last life instead of blocking with my 10 cost and letting it die. He top decks Perfume, ends the game. Then I'm 0-2 going into round 3, and I play Nicky Goldman. If you guys don't know, he has like 1,000 serials. He's like 10 serials or something like that. One of the best players in North America, top 5 all time, like one of the GOATs, basically. And he's just an amazing fucking player. And we had one of the best games that I've played in my One Piece career. Like, it was definitely easily the best game I played today. It was like, I don't know, it was like just super super fun to play that match. He was on Blue Dofi, I was on Teach, right? So like my first life, he doesn't swing his first Weevil that he played. I get a Shigan trigger. I pop the Weevil, so like I have a small advantage going into the game, and so the whole time I have a slow. I'm like gaining an advantage the whole time just because that first trigger allowed me to get ahead. And then there was one crucial turn where he goes swing 7 at me, swing 7 at me. I had to take one, counter one out. Otherwise, I would have been too low. But then he goes 7 Dawn, wipes my board, which was 2 Burries that were at like 8k each or something like that. And that slowed me down completely. So my follow-up turn was like 10 cost, put him in a situation where I could potentially go for game. I use he had a bow up top on board. I go 4 cost, pop it. I swing 10. Maybe I should have swung 11. But I swing 10. He counters out exactly 11. He has 2 cards in hand, and I pass, right? Because I was going for game. He had 1 life. I have 10 cost, Teach. I have my leader. He countered. I passed. No leader effect. I had 2 cards in hand. His swings were 8, 9, 9. He goes for game. He swings 8. I counter. And then he pivots, grabs a boa. He goes blind leader effect, Gecko Moria, grab a boa from trash, play a boa blocker that he needed, and then I couldn't find the answer. But it was super, super, super well done, like on his end. Like we both were taking big risks. I put him in a situation where it's like, okay, you have to risk it now, because to be honest, there's certain players where if you don't risk, like the better play, like higher risk, higher reward play sometimes against these players, it just doesn't pan out and you just lose, right? You can play solid, you can play consistent, but there's certain players where you have to take risks, especially if you're not on their level. But for the most part, I have fun today. I have fun. I don't regret playing BlackBeard. I don't regret playing BlackBeard at all. It sucks how I went out. I think I was like 1-3. I won my next match after my 3rd loss. But I was over it. I was like, yeah, I'm just not gonna play. So I dropped. It is what it is. Getting some work done here at the hotel. I just got some food in. But yeah, it was fun. Day 1. I'm gonna go back to the venue in a bit here. Yeah, I'm disappointed in my play. I won't take it back. You know, I learned a lot. I have Mexico Nats coming up next week, and so I'm gonna try my best. I'm probably not gonna be on Teach. It's just not the right deck at this moment. Give it till OP10 and full-fledged. We're going BlackBeard. We're doing our thing. I already have all the experience on the deck. It just gets even better. And so, yeah, I hope you guys, stay with me along that journey. As you guys are seeing this video, I'll definitely be streaming later tonight. So be, on the lookout for that. But that's going to be it. Yeah, I don't know. My performance was the best. Well, I'll be honest. I didn't even make misplays. I think I made 1 that I can recall. But besides that, I just got like trolled like all day. Like it's just nothing was going in my favor. And yeah, it is what it is. We go next. I'm not gonna sit here and be sad about it. We still have a whole weekend of fun plans to do. It's still Nats. I still got to go to the venue. I got to do side events. I got to practice up for Mexico Nats. And so, I'm just going to have some fun. Forget about this, learn. I brought Lucci or Dofi. So I'm going to be in Mexico Nats with either Lucci or Dofi. And so we'll see what I end up picking. But, yeah, for now, that's going to be it, guys. I love you guys so much. Appreciate all the support. Waken TCG out. Wraith out. You guys have a wonderful day. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.